The qaida is, if as Shaykh Uthaymeen, even Majma Shaykh Muhammad bin Salih al-Uthaymeen rahimahullah, he said that the qaida, the principle is, if it's to remove, or the intention behind it is to remove the aib, a type of illness, or discrepancy, or sickness, or some type of pain, that's being to remove it, and your qasd, the intention is not for tajammul, meaning that the doctor tells you there's nothing wrong with you. Oh, I just want to get mine, want to enhance my beauty. La. I want to make my chest look a little bit more perky. There's nothing wrong with you. You just want to make it a little bit more perky. La. But however, if we talked about, I gave different examples of this, and I'm going to read what Shaykh Uthaymeen also mentioned. He said, for example, a woman might, let's just say, for example, a woman has a chest it's to the point where it's hard on her back. Like the size is really heavy on her back. And she feels tremendous pain due to the size, or what have you. So here in this instance, he said that in this particular instance, what everyone, the woman could get her breast reduced in order to remove the what? The pain, and also the tension, and also likewise the ailment or the heaviness is causing a weighing down her back. But if you go to the doctor and the doctor says you don't need it, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just, what do you want to get it done for? I just want to make it more perky looking. La, you fall into the Latin. Why? Because the qasd behind it is trying to enhance and trying to what? Trying to change the khalq of Allah, and also promote more beauty. And promote and bring out us more beauty. Even though there's nothing wrong with you. You're just looking at probably television or looking at the reality shows and becoming fooled by shaitan. By shaitan making you think there's some type of discrepancy in your body and there's nothing wrong with you. But Shaykh Uthaymeen, I'm going to read the different descriptions that he gives and give examples just to read it quickly so we can be upon bayina. جيد. He says, ومن فوائد الحديث أنه لا يجوز للإنسان يغير خلق الله بالتجميل لأن الواشمة والواصلة تغير خلق الله زيادة في الجمال فأما إذا غير خلق الله إزالة للعيب فإن هذا لا بأس به ولا يدخل في النهي مثل لو كان في الإنسان إصبع زائدة فأراد أن يزيلها هل له ذلك؟ نعم لأن هذا عيب ولا حرج فيه ودليل هذا أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أذن للذي قطع أنفه أن يتخذ أنفا من ذهب ومن ذلك أيضا لو كان الإنسان أعلم يعني مشقوق الشفة العليا فأراد أن يجري عملية لضم بعضها إلى بعض فهل يجوز؟ نعم لأن هذا إزالة عيب ومن ذلك لو كان start with the first part. He says from the fawaid of this hadith, it is not permissible for the person to change the creation of Allah by tajmeel, by beautification. By beautification. He says, al-washima wal-wasila, because the al-washima, the one who's doing the tattoos, and the one who's putting the weaves in their hair, they are changing the creation of Allah by increasing or augmenting in what? In beautification. As for the one who changes the creation of Allah by removing a aib, aib is a type of discrepancy or sickness or illness, what have you. This is no problem with it. فَإِنَّ هَذَا لَا بَأْسَ بِهِ. No problem with it. And it does not enter inside the prohibition. Similar to the person who has, for example, an extra finger. He has 6 fingers. He has 6 fingers, for example. He has an extra finger. He says it's permissible for him to what? Remove it. What do he say? Naam. Yes. Yeah, it's like abnormal. What we would consider to be abnormal. Of course, the majority of human beings in the whole dunya is created with what? 5 fingers. طيب. So he says, yes, this is a aib. This is a aib. It's a type of discrepancy. It can be removed. He said, well, haraja fihi, is no problem. He says the dalil, the evidence for that is that the Prophet ﷺ, what time is it? 1:43? Yes. 60 minutes. So he says, وَدَلِيلُ هَذَا النَّبِيُّ صلى الله عليه وسلم, that the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, he said the evidence for that the man from the Sahaba whose nose was cut off, his nose got cut off, they commanded him to take a nose of gold. And from that also, if a person is also a'lam, this person is what they call a'lam in the Arabic language. It doesn't mean he's a'lam, he's most knowledgeable. No. Here a'lam means mashquq al-shafat al-ulya. He said that is the top part of his lip is torn off, or is torn, or is warped. Like it's some type of ailment. Whereas what? is torn, or up the lip is kind of torn or warped. مشقوق الشفة العليا. The highest part of his lip. You've seen that. I think people have seen certain things. But it's to it, huh? What would you call that? Cliff Pollard or something like that, you said? Pollard? Cliff Pollard? Huh? My sisters know. You guys know what I'm talking about. But at any rate, he said that you will find that the lip is what? Has some type of discrepancy in it or an ailment. Is it permissible now to carry out a certain procedure in order to rectify and fix this problem? What do we say? Yes. Why? Because what's intended by it is what, everyone? What's not intended by it is the jameel, beautification. What's intended by it is in order to what? In order to remove the ailment. Ahsant. He says, وَأَرَادَ يُجْرِي عَمَلِيَّةً لِضُمِّ بَعْضِهَا إِلَى بَعْضٍ فَهَلْ يَجُوزُ. He said, yeah. He said, why? Because this is removing an ailment. إِزَالَةُ عَيْبٍ. It's removing an ailment. ومن ذلك لو كان الإنسان أحول فأراد يعدل النظر. Also, for example, if a person was ahwal, meaning if he was cross-eyed, one of his eyes is straight and the other one is looking to the side, and he wanted to get surgery to rectify his eyesight. And we know some people are born like this, cross-eyed and what have you, whatever they call it. He says, so he wants a person now, he wants to make it straight. Is it permissible? He said, yes, because it's removing a what? An ailment. He says, إذن القاعدة. He says, hence, القاعدة عندنا أن تغيير خلق الله. Listen to this very carefully, because I don't want to know what to go say. Abdur Razzaq just say you could go out and you could get such and such done, such and such done, such. I did not say that. I gave proper details. So no one can say go out and say yes. She said I could get my breast reduced and I could get this done. No. I did not say that. The qaida is what I'm saying here now. أن تغيير خلق الله بالتجميل لا يجوز. That to change the creation of Allah by beautification is not permissible. So I made it clear. وَتَغْيِيرُ خَلْقِ اللَّهِ إِزَالَةً لِلْعَيْبِ جَائِزٌ. And it is permissible. Excuse me. And that also removing or changing the creation of Allah in order to remove an ailment is permissible. That's the dabit. That's the rule or the principle or the rule. طيب. هل يجوز ربط الأسنان لإصلاح صفها? Now is it permissible to put that tie or what we call braces in order to rectify it's what? In order to rectify, I guess the rank on how the teeth sit. تفصيل ذا إذا كان عيبا فلا بأس. He said the details of that, if it's an ailment in it or it's crooked and it looks extremely ricocheted or what have you. He said, no problem. He said, لو فرضنا أن السن طالت فهذا عيب. Let's also say, for example, a person might have a teeth that's extremely long and he wants to have it cut. He said, no problem. He says, فلا بأس أن يصفى مع زملائه, in order for it to be straight along with the rest of them. وإذا كان ليس عيبا لكن يريد الإنسان أن تكون أسنانه على وجه أجمل فإن هذا لا يجوز. He said, for this reason we say, why? What's intended by it is to remove the ailment. However, if a person wants to now rectify his teeth in a manner, he wants to enhance and make it more beautiful. There's nothing wrong with his teeth. Just say, I just want to get this done because I feel like I just want to bring out, to have a little bit more enhanced appearance, make it more beautiful or adorned. He said, Tayyib, if it's done in this manner, that is what, everyone? Not permissible.